Two phones priced around 30,000. One an all-rounder and one a camera champ. So, does the all-rounder gives any kind of competition to the camera champ? Let us see in this video of Pixel 4a versus Oneplus Nord full camera comparison video. We are a little bit late to the party, but better late than never. So without wasting time, let's dive into our video. Myself Sumi, behind the camera we have Karthik. If you find this video helpful, please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for notification. Welcome to Mr. and Mrs. Tech. Okay, let's put all the other specs aside and check the megapixels on both the phones. Oneplus Nord comes with a 48 megapixel main camera with IMX586 sensor, an 8 megapixel ultrawide camera, 5 megapixel depth sensor camera and a 2 megapixel macro camera. On the other hand, a great single camera in Pixel 4a 12.2 megapixel with dual pixel autofocus. Both the main cameras support optical image stabilization. Oneplus Nord comes with a 32 megapixel selfie camera and Pixel 4a comes with a 8 megapixel selfie camera. And also forgot to mention that 8 megapixel ultrawide selfie camera on Nord. So let's keep the specs aside and launch into the image quality. We tend to say that the Pixels are great camera phones, but in daylight the main camera of Nord gives a tough competition. The overall image quality of both phones looks same. The Pixel images are more contrasty, whereas the Nord's one more sharpened. In a more challenging scenario, surprisingly, the Pixel struggles more. The Pixel drastically increases ISO, making the pics look more noisy. Otherwise, both images are quite good with good colors and better dynamic range. When we use the 2x toggle in both phones, both uses digital zoom as both phones don't have a dedicated telephoto. Here Oneplus is using the 14 megapixel power to extract more details in the picture, and Pixel's 12.2 megapixel camera really struggles. Overall, a surprisingly decent results came from Oneplus Nord, and I can't really say who is the winner in this round. Now let's look into the low light samples. Again in the low light, without night mode enabled, the Nord's pictures comes brighter and with more detail than Pixel 4a. This may also be a result of OnePlus already stacking multiple photos, as the photo capture takes a couple of seconds to save. But when night mode is turned on, we can see the Google software power. All the lost details comes back, the image becomes brighter and the shadows also show more details. On the other hand, OnePlus sharpens the photos, smudges the details and makes the photo more words in night mode than regular mode. So overall, Google software power gives low light photography an edge to Pixel 4a. Pixel 4a has one more trick up its sleeve. That's the Astrophotography mode. If we place the 4a on a tripod or a stable surface and face it to the sky on night, Astrophotography mode turns on. It takes a very long exposure shot, takes all the pics and creates a picture something like this with stars in the sky. But Oneplus Nord comes with a dedicated 8 megapixel ultrawide camera. Sure, the quality of ultrawide a lot are not excellent, but still gives a different perspective than nothing on 4a. Now let's look into the portrait mode. Oneplus Nord has a dedicated 5 megapixel sensor helping the main camera in portrait shots. And yet the Pixel 4a's portrait shots comes with amazing background separation, and the Pixel does that with the single camera. The contrast is also excellent in Pixel 4a and details are softened a lot in Nord's portrait samples. Check this crop here. Here is a zoomed portrait shot which is a crop from regular shot. Now let's look into the macro camera. OnePlus has a 2 megapixel macro camera, and if we see side by side, a close-up shot taken by Pixel 4a does not look good. But if you zoom into the pic, you can see 2 megapixel details in Nord are very less. And as always, there is no use with this 2 megapixel sensor. Now let's look into the selfie camera. With 32 megapixel selfie camera, the Nord selfies are outright better than Pixel 4a. The focus point of 4a is too short and often the selfies comes out soft with no detail. The nighttime selfies in both phones are not usable. OnePlus Nord has a 8 megapixel ultrawide selfie camera which comes handy in group selfies. The selfie video is also a better quality in Nord than Pixel 4a. Also, the ultrawide can record videos. The Nord can record up to 4K 60 fps selfie videos which the rear cam of Nord can't. Overall, the selfie department also goes to Nord. Now let's look into the video in daylight. The videos replicate the photos quality in daylight. Nord and 4a both can shoot up to 4K 30 fps. Here a 1080p 60 fps samples. Both cameras are quite good with same details and dynamic range. Color reproduction is also quite good. Now let's look into the videos in night mode. The videos at night comes out good in Nord mostly because it captures more light, and more light at night means more details videos than Pixel 4a. Overall video quality on both phones is almost same. Also, Nord can do 1080p 120fps slow motion videos and Pixel can do 1080p 240fps slow motion videos. Check out the samples. Okay, let's see which phone excels in what. In daylight, the main camera of Pixel 4a and OnePlus Nord does a good job. In night mode, always it's Pixel 4a. The Nord selfies are way better than Pixel 4a. The portraits are good in Pixel 4a. The video quality is same in both. Nord has an extra ultrawide camera in both front and back. Pixel 4a has an astrophotography. So if you want a strong real-life looking main camera photos, then go for Google Pixel 4a. And if you want more options and a versatile camera, then go for OnePlus Nord. So this is an unexpected result video. See you in our next full comparison video. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for notification. Thanks for watching.